The AC-72s are 2 or 3 times the speed of the wind. That's astonishing.
Sailing 3 times the wind speed still blows me away.
You beat the wind to the bottom mark. It's quite an amazing phenomenon.
Well, I'm just as amazed as Dean is. Even though I knew it was going to happen, you can't get over the astonishment.
So how is this possible?
Let's have a go at explaining a little bit. I am the yacht, and this is the sails on my yacht, and this is the keel. And the wind's coming from my left, and the water's coming from my right, because the wind's pushing against the water. And here I am, and I set the sails at an angle to the wind, and I set the keel at an angle to the wind. And when the wind comes in off the sail, it pushes it forward and that way. The force on the keel pushes it the other way. Net result, I go that way.
Well, the first thing is we obviously have a huge carbon fibre wing that powers the boat around the racetrack. It never flaps, so it's always the perfect shape like a plane.
I had the idea of just a little working model, and the one I found happens to be a bottle of conditioner. If I squeeze it like this, and this is the wind and this is the water, it goes nowhere. But when it's angled here, and I squeeze it, the net result is that my fingers either got to go one way, or the yacht has got to go the other way. And of course, in the case of the air and the water, a little bit of both. So as you squeeze it in, off goes the boat.
The second thing is the foils. Once we can lift these hulls out of the water, they're on these tiny little foils, and that cuts away a huge amount of drag.
The foils are so small, and they wouldn't work unless the water was 800 times as dense as the air, which is the situation we have. So you really need not much more than 1/800th the area of the foils to what you have with a wing.
Once the boat starts to get going, it starts doing 10 knots, then the boat's effectively seeing 20 knots. So that sort of circle just keeps growing. You start accelerating, the boat goes faster, it sees more wind, goes faster again, so you get more power, more lift.
And this is a continual action. It's not just one squeeze. It's happening every second of the yacht race. The wind is coming from one side, the water's coming from another, and the yacht's continually being pushed forward.
It really just powers itself up, and the faster it goes, it just seems to lose more and more drag.
If this was exactly 45 degrees, then the speed of my squeezing would be the same as the speed of the yacht. Yeah, the key to going fast is to bringing this angle closer together so that for a little movement this way, which is the wind speed, you get a greater acceleration and a greater speed that way. So you make these angles finer.
So I know it's a strange concept that you can go faster than the wind, but in these boats it's very easy to happen.
And the question is, how fast? And the answer is as fast as you like, within limits.